Alright, we're still on the hunt for anything that might possibly be coffee. And so, looking at the list of things that we've tried tinkering, and of course, there are some things you can tinker twice. I don't know what we would tinker a second time to turn to coffee either. Milk turns into cheese. Cheese is not going to turn to coffee. You're not going to make coffee from any of these things. Interestingly, are Goobas not in this game? I can already buy wool, even though I've never produced it myself. Same with Musapans, I can already buy milk. Strange. It's gonna be weird if I can't do my factory farm garden, because those guys just don't exist anymore. Carrots turn to carrot cake, turnips turn to turnip something, I don't remember what, that's not coffee. These turn into figgy pudding. Yams would presumably not turn into coffee. Radishes turn to something else, I don't remember what. I don't think you would make coffee from poppies. Like, from the flowers or anything. I wouldn't be surprised if you could make some kind of food product, because poppy seeds are actually a thing that people eat. Like, put on food. Blackberries, no. Pumpkins make jack-o'-lanterns, blackberries make jam, I think. Dandelions would presumably not turn to coffee. Apples would not turn to coffee. Cider, if anything, maybe. Hazelnuts, I don't think you can tinker hazelnuts. Poison ivy, no. Fireweed, presumably not. Presumably. Gooseberry, that turns into a sundae, I think. Chili, it's not going to turn to coffee. Fir. Try the fir cones, they don't turn into anything. Blueberry, I think that turns into some other kind of dessert thing. That turns into a mushroom. Not tried oranges, but it's not going to turn to coffee, is it? Could try tinkering nightshade at some point. I don't know if it might turn into something interesting. It's not going to be coffee, I don't think. That presumably gives you coconuts. We already know we can turn coconuts into like a cake or something. I'm kind of curious if you can turn poppy seeds into something. Like, it would make sense. Ooh.
Oh dear, your garden is full of piñatas.
Oh, sorry, I should have actually played the whole dialogue.
Oh dear, your garden is full of piñatas. If you want to romance piñatas and hatch an egg, you'll need to reduce the garden population.
Watch me. Boom. You're the lonely sad guy. You were destined for that ever since your wife died. Okay, and I'm at 100,000 again. Sweet. Bart. Can you make stuff out of poppy seeds? That would actually make sense. Nope. Okay. Ah, finally. Poison! I don't think anybody will eat these things of their own volition, so despite them being poisonous, I don't think you have to worry about having these sitting around.
Guess what? Mark up the goal.
Nope. Alright, whatever. Alright. Time to be poisoned, you guys. You can't just let him eat it. You start having a little bit of a problem. You gotta help him up. Help him cough it up. There you go. Or probably more like wash it down or something, but I've got lacatodes. They need hemlocks, of course they do. Okay, so I have to say, do I get a reward for having a resident of these guys? I like how the whole joke is that lactose are just high off. Super high.
You're gardening.
I was just watching the other joke. Hello.
Giving ruffians chocolate coins can convince.
Hearing scary gulping noises. Close that darn door. Be respectful to the cemetery. Hey, so, someone want to eat, you guys? Yeah. Are you guys supposed to be better hunters than this? I have to hunt them while they're... Jeez, these guys are fast. I have to hunt them when they're not in the water. There we go. And once they start getting hunted, they stop moving. I like these guys. I would actually like to breed these guys here. But... the reason I have them here is also for this. I'd also like to figure out what else these guys need to breed. Man, they got like these helmets as their weapons, which is a little bit backwards, but don't get yourself sold, dude. Jeez. No, jerk. Okay, Scorpion. Probably something else. Oh, jeez. Okay. Just as a reminder to get another one of these guys, I might hold off on this Echo Toad for the time being. I'll let Tafflies in as well. So that we can get another Wick Toad that way. Okay. So that's something. I wish you could get more income by selling fruit, but it just tends not to sell for much. And it adds up a little bit over time, but it's not a lot. Anyways, still looking for coffee.
Everyone knows a marzipan can make milk. Did you know its cousin can provide the same kind of service?
Interesting, there's another bovine species, I guess, that you can also milk. See, now I learned something. Thank you, Levi's. Cool. Dude. I not look at that thing. Jeez. I should also need to breed these guys at some point. Might want to try just attracting some buzzlegums and see where I can go from there. I have buzzlegums banned right now, don't I? Yeah. I can unban them. Because these guys will want to eat some. Okay, so where do we go from here? I'm still kind of in that mode of wanting to figure out what in the world I need to make coffee from.
I'm still open.
There's no way it's coconuts.
Come in and take the weight of chocolate coins off your shoulders.
I don't think it'll be yams. Yams would make no sense. Hollybush would not have surprised me. Dandelion, no. Cactus, there might be some kind of weed. But I don't think any of these make sense. Why does it make sense you could realistically make coffee from? Thinking of cacti, like you can make edible things from cacti, but it definitely wouldn't be coffee. Like, it would make sense if it was some kind of desert plant that you made coffee from. But it wouldn't be... It couldn't possibly be coconuts. That would make no sense at all. cactus, no. Like, nothing here makes sense to make coffee from. I don't think it would be this, but
There's plenty more.
I'm a little bit curious. Might you be able to, like, tinker? Put this in a relatively safe place. I can't pick it up. You jerk, I tried to make a hole for you. I'm curious if you can knock the fruit off this thing and tinker it, because otherwise, like, the fruit on this thing seems to have some importance. Value negative. You better not leave that door open, dude. Oh, look at you. Hey, tafflies first, though. Do I have any fruit sitting around right now? I actually don't, because I sold my blueberries. Oh well. Hopefully flying piñatas won't go crazy over this either. It is desert, and it does have a notable fruity growth on it that you can knock off. It's been growing now. I think I tried to look at the description of this once and nothing came of it. Yeah, not very interesting. Doesn't even seem to imply anything about it. Just make sure you don't... You have a name? Why'd I bother naming you? I didn't think of those guys as, like, deliberate members of this garden. Nope. What was the purpose of this thing? It even sells for negative. Whatever. Weirdly useless. It would make sense if you had to... So it was the... camel piñata who wanted the coffee for Amber, right? Which would make me think it would make sense if it was some kind of desert plant that you had to get coffee from.
Can I interest you in something seedy? No.
We will still someday touch the toys, believe me. But it's not the cactus. That's just flowers. I don't think I make coffee from cactus flowers. You're not gonna make coffee from bananas, I'm sure. I'm pretty certain you're not gonna make coffee from bananas. That make no sense. Not from coconuts. When you make something else from coconuts, we know that for sure. Not from the prickly pear for some reason. I don't know what hemlock plant actually does in this game. I haven't tried oranges yet, as strange as that would be.
Thank.
Is this already the last episode for this week too? Darn it. I wanted to see if the orange tree might actually... It would be weird. But there's somebody who also... There's also a desert species that wants oranges, it sounds like. Load the images, dude, jeez. At least plant this here. Is there orange fertilizer? Yes, there is. Presumably that's for oranges. I'll plant this. I guess we'll stop. Okay. So we've still got stuff to do, certainly. Trying to figure out... I'm basically just growing different stuff. Just trying to figure out what in the world might make coffee. We'll find out someday. See, look at those cacti on the left. Yeah, I can make coffee from that. Oh, got lacadones now. No. Are those winter? Or was those like, snow place? What was it called? Piñarctic. Are those Piñarctic breast tails? That's amusing if so. It's kind of like just a variant. But it doesn't look as bad as the variants tend to. The variants are just tinted a color, which I never like the look of. Okay, I actually just like scanning what I'm seeing here. Every single time I see a picture of a garden or something, I just look, is there any plant here that looks like it could be coffee? Nothing yet. Ah, okay. We'll keep at it. Bye everyone.